mouse, or that screen phone, you're watching Spread Those Wings.
My man.
Fucking, the timing's impeccable. Weeks off, we're back. I have a kid now. Would you believe I have a child? The child?
And he's still a child himself.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Guys, welcome back to Spread Those Wings Chicken Wing Podcast, episode 206. Almost dropped a beer. Sacrilege. We're still without... I can't think of a name with P that stands for, like traveling the world. But Pisner.
Machu Picchu, I guess.
We're still without Machu Picchu Pisner. Yeah, Machu Picchu Pisner. But we have a returning guest from one of the very early episodes of Spread Those Wings. We have Mr. John Bortz back with us.
At least a year, I think.
Buddy, it's been 3. It's been 3.
Really?
Heather and I were looking at the episodes last night, and she was 3 years ago when they did Big Peepees.
During the summer.
No, it was winter.
It was spring.
We were freezing in the glass.
I think it was the Irish...
Buffalo Irish Center.
Yeah.
And that wonderful voice you hear is his wonderful wife, Caitlin.
Hello.
That's how long we've been doing
Everything just
this.
blends together, like it's all one wing.
Do you understand? I went back to look at the numbers reviewed, and we still can't top the number 1.
Somebody will just ask me, like, oh, do you remember this place? I do, but I don't remember what it tastes like.
90% of the time, you don't. You'll text me like, we haven't done this place yet. I'm like, I think we have. But we are back. We finally took the fall. It kind of worked out that I've been home for 3 or 4 weeks so far. Almost 2.5 weeks. But we went to Bella Pizza, located at 5699 Herman Hill Road in North Boston. I didn't look at the box at all. Gary, what wings did we get?
We got hot, medium, and then I think I chose a barbecue.
I think that's the hot.
This is the hot. I want to say, yeah, it's a barbecue.
Barbecue honey mustard, you said?
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
Sounds good.
So then...
The only reason I chose that is because a lot of times people will say this is a golden barbecue, and then when they were like honey mustard barbecue, it doesn't sound like a gold. It sounds a little bit different, and they do look different, so I'm glad I chose them.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I did not know when you texted me and said this is what I went with, what route you were going with. I really like the thought process on that. To be fair, whenever we get a gold with Ryan, or when we had Ryan on, you either have a traditional gold where it's all gold, or somebody mixed honey mustard with it. So
these don't look like a traditional gold, so that's why I was curious about it. It was either this or just regular barbecue. I went online, and their online choices were different than what the menu
we did
says.
miss out on the only other option I would have taken. That Asian wing. Shout out to our manager Ryan Gannon. His daughter actually works. I don't think at this one. I think at the other one. But that's his go-to. Is that Asian?
I'll probably have to try it while I'm at work because I literally it's in walking distance.
No, you won't.
I will.
The only thing you get from there is a stinger sub with Cajun sauce on it.
I'll actually switch it because I've done the boneless wings and then trying different sauce on the boneless.
Oh, we did have the Asian on the boneless wing.
I think Franco's has the best bone.
You were mad at me that day, and you died that day. We went out to Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch, you weren't hungry, I made you eat one, and then you fell in the parking lot.
I did. I fell in the parking lot and woke up bloody the next day. Wondering why.
That's where we were at, right?
Yep.
That's why I had to go home. I was hungover. I was like, I can't be here.
I can't be here. John, anything you want to tell our wonderful people before we start the episode?
No, I've got nothing.
Caitlin, anything you want to tell anybody about yourself?
I'm very excited to be on here. When John said that I was coming, I was like, I was so excited.
I love it. Well, let's start this off to the right. I believe those are the medium,
Look
right?
like the medium. I mean,
What is
I know the hot.
in there?
I've had the hot.
What did you order the most of?
They're all the same.
Oh, it's all 10 of each?
Yeah. I've had their hot on a sandwich before, and it's not bad, so it's going to be tough to...
Oh, I think I told you about my sub, right?
I gotta pick up this nice meaty
Yes.
drum.
Where was it from?
Obviously, drums are the best.
No.
Flats all day.
Flats.
Yeah, you know, just the guy who got a flat tattooed on him. Now. Let's cheers to start the episode. This might be the hot, I'll be honest. Well, here we go. Well, I guess we'll figure it out as we go, so. They did travel. They were requested to be extra crispy.
I don't think that's so hot.
It was an option.
If that's the medium, I'll be happier.
Yeah. It was an option to select extra crispy because you can do it online. So I did it. I tried to save the drive because it's on a good day, which today was a good day.
45 minutes.
I got home in 30 minutes today. They had no traffic. On an average day, it's about 45 minutes.
Because the Canadians can't get back on the bridge to the fucking Peace Bridge.
That's ridiculous.
What's he doing?
It's got to be the medium.
I hope
no
it
way
is.
That's hot.
I really hope
It would
it
be
is.
These are good, but they're not.
If that's the hot, that's disappointing.
That's
I'm not
not.
dying yet.
No, that's 95% our problem. Is like, you look at it and go, "There's no way that that's not hot," and then you try the other one, and you're like, "Oh, that was the hot." Oh, I'm upset.
I don't know. Those look darker, but not as saucy. So
Oh, you gotta get extra sauce.
I'll start us off. So we're not supposed to. Is the thing.
Oh.
It's supposed to be how they come.
I
But it's also supposed to teach, like, if you know, oh, I really like sauce. Like, when you see this, you're going to go, oh, no, there's not a lot of sauce in that. That's something I would order extra sauce here. It's something I would order extra crispy. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are both from the Kenmore area, right?
I'm from South
No,
Buffalo.
she's from South Buffalo.
Okay. So you though, being Kenmore area, Clay Handy, the Pakistani restaurant, we did their wings the other day.
I didn't even know that.
Neither did we until Gary found it. And guess what? That's one of those places where we learned if you're going to order from them, you probably need to order extra crispy. But, dude, if they crisp their wings up,
they were good.
they would be a top 25 place. Like, that place was phenomenal.
I want to try their
I'll check
actual
that out.
Indian food.
I'll start.
I'm sure it's better with the wings, though.
Oh, dude, the wings were. I've never had a more. I'm going to use Pisner would cheer from here. I'm going to use a nice word. No, more succulent wing. It was very fall off the bone tender.
That made the teacher and me very happy. The very big bone.
We try to use the 10-letter words, and then Pisner would cheer for me, but he's not here to cheer anymore. I need Pisner to at least comment to cheer my words. Gary's just going to look at me and go, what the fuck's your problem?
He doesn't have Wi-Fi in Machu Picchu.
I'll start us off. I'll go with an 8 on the crisp. I've had theirs in the past. I know you tried to travel at 45 minutes. It wasn't the worst. It's not... I don't want to make it sound like an insult, but it's not an insult. It's not a pizza place wing.
Right.
Usually you get a pizza place wing, it's dried out, it's crispy, and it's overdone to hell. And this isn't it. So that's a good thing. Amount of meat, I will go 7.5. It's about an average size wing. I've had worse, I've had better. Amount of sauce, I'll go 8.5. If every medium wing I ever had was sauce like that, I would be a happy, happy dude. Flavor is a 6.5. Like, that is as Frank's hot sauce as you get. 42 for 30 wings?
Yeah, it was like 42 and some change.
I don't love these wings, but that's one of the better prices we've had in a long time.
And they allow you to split a 30, so that's what I did instead of ordering 3 singles, and it ends up being cheaper. So I kind of like that. You could do that with a bucket too, I believe.
I want to say the old saying was they don't ask you how, they ask you how many. So I'm okay with that. Listen, I'm not going to ask you how you got me to 30. You got me to 30 that cheap? I'll give you an 8.5. That's not a bad price at all. It's a 78 for me. Gary, do you want to go?
Yeah. Crisp, I will go with a 7.5. I tried to counterbalance the drive home by asking us to crispy. I know it's cheating, but we own the show, so go fuck yourself.
We can cheat, you fucks!
Meat, I'm going to go 8. I had a bigger drum that was on the bottom. Sauce, I will go 7.5. I think there's enough sauce on it. Flavor, I will also go 7.5, I think, as a medium. Hopefully that's the medium. It's not bad. It's just pretty average. And then price, what did we say it was $1 per wing? Or per wing? I don't know if we did the math.
It was like $1.35 a wing.
Okay, so I'll go 8 on the price. I think that's fair. In this wing economy.
You're going to be right there with me?
77.
Mike Evans can get $30 million a year.
Gross.
Not anything to do with the show, but it's our new show.
It's a different podcast.
He's good. But
Yeah, no, we officially, I think we can announce it. Because it'll be lined up with us.
Yeah.
Fantasy Beasts Wouldn't Find Them Is Dead. Show is no longer. But now we have Raw Talent Sleepers, which is a new football podcast. So
Same thing, just not fantasy.
yeah, we're not talking fantasy or regular season, only draft related. Makes our life happier.
Well, you have to do the fashion show because that's my request every year.
Oh, we did do that.
Yeah.
Well, no, that would be perfect for you because that was during the draft.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. We can do that night one still for her. The fashion show about who got what grades. I like that. It still falls in line with everything we did. That's all we wanted.
I was like, I watched it for the outfits. I have no idea who any of these people are.
And that guy's wearing a crop top shirt.
That was wearing black and white checkers.
What's
Cool.
even better is now we are going to have to wait. It'll be 2 weeks removed from the draft, and we'll make sure Caitlin's on as the fashion analyst to tell us what she thought about the dressing.
I don't think I should be the fashion
Over to you,
police of
Caitlin.
anything.
All right, Caitlin, we saw the most recent draft. What did you think?
Give her a little microphone.
Who had a crop top?
Was that a fashion diaper?
No, that was just you. John,
If it works, you know.
would you like any help with this? Or you think you got remember the 5?
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Alright. Crispiness, I'm gonna give it, we'll go a 7. I was kind of disappointed we got extra crispy, still cheating, but we got it and it wasn't as crispy as I expected. It's gonna be out of order, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Sauciness, I'm gonna go an 8. They will not bad. Flavor, I'm gonna stick with the 7.5 as well. Kind of the same thing. They were good, but about average, I would say. Meatiness, I think I'm gonna go 8.5 with meatiness. I had a nice chunky drum. And price, I'm gonna say 8. I think that's all of them.
You're tying me with a 78, and you know what? Not only are you tying me, you're making Pisner happy.
That was for Birdie.
No, that was for Pisner, because he's the only other person that made sure they went out of the way. I've seen it all done every which way, so I just make sure I write it in on my thing and recorrect it on the screen. So we'll take it. Usually Pisner's the guy who did it backwards, so someone had to do it for him, and Machu Picchu
I'll
Pisner.
get it by the last one.
That's fine. Would you like help?
I probably will get them all out of order all the time, so I would like to help.
Absolutely. You can go out of order. That's fine. But if you think you got him, you can go. If not, I can help you.
Okay, so I cheated with the sauce because I dunked it in the extra sauce at the bottom.
No, that's not cheating at all.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that is
We call it the bottom of the
that's the
barrel.
bottom of the barrel
Perfect.
bullshit.
So I love saucy wings, so I dunked it a little bit. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I thought it was pretty saucy. I also sometimes it's too saucy, so like I feel like a 9's good. Crispiness, like John said, with it being extra crispy, I feel like a 7's a good number.
It still fell a little short of the mark.
Yeah. Meat. Mine wasn't as meaty as the other ones, but like if we're doing overall, I feel like I would give it a 6.5.
Okay.
I forgot.
Flavor.
Flavor. It depends. So if it's the medium, I'm gonna give it an 8. If it's the hot, then that's gonna be like a 6.
We'll go with the 8 right now because the last one will definitely be dependent of that. So if we open that and we think it's hot and it's like, oh, this is very underwhelming, that wing will reflect it. So it will balance out in the end.
Okay.
And then per your price point, would you pay $1.35 a wing for those out of 10?
Probably not. I do like wings, but probably give it a 5.
Okay.
I mean, we go to Gasport and it's, what is it?
They're
50-cent wings. So I'm comparing that to that. So sorry.
That's a 71. That's fine. So then, out of being that area, have you guys done ponies yet?
We haven't. No.
So that's been on the list. We have 2 people Jones going to do it. The one keeps dodging us. Fuck you, Gavin Glass. The other is our general manager, and basically said if you don't have someone who's going to do it, come up during hunting season, and I will do it with you. So one way or another, if we don't do that, we can always do Alabama.
We'll
Swap
just set
wings
it up
with
at
him.
my parents' house.
Yeah,
you know?
perfect.
He's got a cabin. Our general manager has a whole hunting camp up there. He's like, we can go to me, and I'm like, okay. Our buddy Gavin lives down the road too, so like we have people who will do it. But Gavin, every time we do it, it's like pass. I do want to say, I really appreciate the fact that you owned up the fact that, like, hey, I dipped it more, and that's why I'm at a 9. You don't always get that with wings. You have wings that are bone dry, and you don't have the bottom of the barrel bullshit. Having that feeds into that. That, I think, is the nicest thing, because somebody like Ryan, who for the longest time didn't like sauce, can take from the top and it's going to benefit him, but somebody like me or you who really likes it can roll the bottom, take the benefit of that. So it's something really nice with the wing. But you had a 71 if you didn't say it, and not the worst, not the best. Gary, we're going to your wheelhouse here. Honey mustard barbecue? Pass it down that way and bring it back.
It looks like it's got char on it, so kind
Yeah,
of
so
intriguing.
they probably did the char on the grill. That
It's sharp, but it looks sticky in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm gonna have to go with this one. This one's super saucy. I have to take the sauce.
Does it make sense, Gary?
It makes sense.
Like, it looks like that kind of sticky, like, like, John looks like he got boned to the bottom of there.
Yeah.
And he lost wing flavor.
Yeah, I definitely lost wing heel.
So it's interesting. I usually don't go for a wing sauce like this, so we'll have to see. I'm a picky.
And we
sauce
don't
eater.
have to cheers on this one, so you can go right in. Oh. Oh my God, Gary. Before you bite it, Elmos Double Dip.
Yeah.
Very, very close. I couldn't figure out why the fuck it looked familiar. Oh my God.
Shut up the pin. That would make great toothpaste.
Piece of shit.
I have it all over my face. I can feel it.
That's really good though.
That's phenomenal.
I'm surprised on how much I liked it. Like I said, I'm a very picky sauce eater.
Because it's very good. I haven't had it with blue cheese.
Yes, that's a flat, please. I should probably wait my face for the camera.
I think the best thing is the char. I'm kind of mad. I don't think this is an option on their stingers. I'm gonna have to maybe request it.
Wow. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, fuck that phone. Sorry, Caitlin. We're very unfiltered on the show.
It's okay.
We have some more shows coming. They're going to be worse.
Oh.
A whole
It's
ass.
so fun. I was telling one of my coworkers I was
You're not
gonna
supposed to eat the napkin.
No, that was my mustache. No, it's even worse.
That's true.
I was telling one of my coworkers I was gonna do this tonight, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I have to watch it." I taught both of her kids. I go, "You cannot watch it with the kids."
Correct. Don't. I can assure
I
you.
mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not a
only,
fucking good idea.
I only have to market not meant for children. I don't give a shit what people do. If your kids like this, shout out to you, OG Jolie.
Hey, we're gonna get pulled into the Supreme Court with all the TikTok and Instagram people get yelled at for not filtering our shit.
No, we can't be. At that point, it's up to the parents.
No,
Ours is literally tabbed as
legit-
not meant for children.
they legit brought in all the CEOs were yelling at them.
I can't monitor what somebody lets a kid do. Ours is tabbed.
Supreme Court doesn't know that.
They do right. I'm literally saying it right now. I click my button every time that says "not meant for children," or like on the website when I put it up on Spotify, I have to click a button that says he's not big old dick swinging.
Just watching nudist golf.
Talk about Pebble Beach.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It just distracted me for a second.
Like on Squarespace when I set up the account to put everything up, I have to click yes. There's explicit content, so like I have to own up to that.
I will say, I'm disappointed in the blue cheese.
It's definitely not.
It's very watery and
Homemade.
unflavorful.
It was my nickname in high school. John, do you want to go? Said watery and unflavorful.
Sure. Alright, maybe I should do it in order here. Go ahead.
Do it however your heart desires.
Alright.
I'm a very easygoing host. I don't care what you do.
Alright, so I'm going to start with meatiness then, because unlike the last wing, I was extremely disappointed. I got 2 wings back to back that was just bone basically, so I'm going to give it like a 6.5 for meatiness.
Okay.
Flavor, I think I got to jump that one up to I think I'm gonna give it a 9. It was pretty good. I usually don't like barbecue wings, but for a barbecue wing, it was pretty good.
I like that, like, Gary and I in the past have had the barbecue, and it's like, oh, it's a good barbecue, but it's generic. That is not at all. Like, you can tell that's not a standard flavor.
For sauciness, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Quite a bit of sauce on those wings. It was good. Price, do we still do that for all of them?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stick that with an 8 still.
Because I guess the nice thing is, like, you might want to pay more for one wing than another. So, like, that's one of the reasons we do try to keep that. Like, you might have done 4 wings and 3 of them were drizzling dog shit. But one of them, you're like, that's a well above average. I'd pay for
That's a
that.
visual I did not want. And
Sorry,
was not expecting.
I took that from wrestling. Like, how bad's that match? Drizzling dog shit. Like,
And then I got crispiness.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 for crispiness. I like the charcoal flavor of that.
I'm not gonna think a bad thing, but I kind of want you to score one bad just so we can talk about biting an old lady's arms again. It's an 81 for
81,
you.
I'll take it.
Do you recall that?
I do.
We still use that as a scoring method. You have made an everlasting impact on this show.
Good. Maybe I can do it again.
What happened?
The one wing from Buffalo
Do I wanna
Irish.
know?
Yeah, the one wing from Buffalo Irish was very not crispy.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's kind of like biting an old lady's arm, and just.
Oh gosh.
That's
That's another
and I
visual I
still
did not
look at it
see.
also.
When he makes that visual,
Yes.
it's telling you all you need to know about
Yeah,
it.
I guess so. But again, another visual I did not expect to get. I don't think.
I think it's nicer than saying, "Oh, that's real fucking flaccid." Flaccid's alarming. I'm like, Caitlin, go for it.
Okay. How often are 10s like very hard to get?
No, especially unless you're giving it 10 across the whole board.
Yeah.
You're giving it 10 across the board.
No.
Oh yeah, no. If you're
Sorry.
Yes, of course.
if you're giving it 10 across the board, you'd be the second person in history to do that on the show. If you're giving just one thing a 10, that's more. We give 10s. I mean, I don't know if Gary's a Russian judge still. Gary, you're lucky to get a 9 out of sometimes, but. Yeah, we give 10s. So
Okay.
10s are A-okay.
I think
So-
that goes back to high school. You know, it can never be perfect.
That's a fucking pizza call,
Thanks,
Bortz.
coach.
Flavor, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a very picky sauce person, so I was like, oh, honey mustard barbecue. I'm like, oh boy, but that shocked me. I really liked it. Crispiness. I think that one. With the charcoal, I'm gonna put it up to an 8. Because I think I did a 7 the last time. An 8 because it was definitely crispier. The meat, I definitely got a meatier wing, so I think I'm gonna give it an 8. Price,
Yep.
I'm gonna put it up to a 6 because I would definitely pay it. Well, I was at a 5.
Yeah, she was. She did say she wouldn't. She said she doesn't. She's basing off her 50-cent wings.
Yeah, my 50-cent wings. And, I forgot the last
Sauce.
one. The sauce. That one, I'm giving a 10. I thought it was definitely... I picked the one that looked the sauciest, and I loved, and I'm glad I
It's an
did.
83 for you. This is a sauce that can go either way. Because it's either going to be way too sticky for somebody or it's going to be perfect. Gary?
Crisp, I'm gonna go 8.5. I think the char on there adds some decently amount of crisp to it. I know that's not a sentence, but it is for me.
I mean, there was at least probably a capital at the beginning and a period at the end. So
And
it's
finger spaces in between the
a
words.
fragmented sentence.
I-
You could have
I-
used
I-
a comma somewhere.
I ate glue at some point in
The
there.
teacher food, so it's fine.
I give it an 8 for effort.
Oh, so you got an A on the test.
Meat, I will go with a 7.5. I didn't have a very big drum. Sauce, I'm going to go with a 9. I think the amount of sauce in there is pretty much almost perfect. Flavor, I'm going to go with a 9.5. It's almost perfect. I wish they would mix it with like a sauce that's got heat to it, because then it would be like
Bomb. Before you go to the next one, I know you only have one last, but if you decide you want to quit now, it is a 69.
price. I'm going to go with a 9 because I would pay for those at the price we paid for them. Not bad. That's an 87.
God damn. Okay, the Russian judge is showing out here.
I'm gonna since I eat there sometimes at work. I'm definitely gonna play around with that sauce and put it on other things.
Toothpaste,
What are you
right?
gonna put it on?
A ham sandwich.
You're putting it on me
I'm
next.
gonna make some.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
a hot and saucy
I'm
Bortzy.
gonna make some
Belly
midnight
shots
grilled
for
cheese.
days.
Oh no!
Are you making them a night?
I'm making them a night.
I didn't go.
I know, I just wanted to see
You
that.
just want to peek at
No, I
it.
wanted
Taking a
to-
peek. He's
Hungry,
a
you
peeky
know?
boo.
They don't have any celery. That's what I was.
Oh, you celery monger. Crisp, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. I'm going to say a 7. I thought that was less crispy than the first one. Maybe it was just the barbecue sauce. We know that happens. But I was a little sad about that. Meat, I'm going to go 8.5. I think both of them were average size but very tender for being a grilled wing. I'm not upset with how it was. Sauce is a 10. Like, that to me is what I want. That is, it wasn't too sticky. Had a nice consistency. Wasn't too everywhere. Flavor, I'm going to go 9 also. I like that a lot. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've had Bella, but I've never had that. And I agree with you. Like, that's something I would probably... You know, I'd probably put that on a barbecue bacon burger. And I would go 9 on price for that. I'm going to meet you at an 87. That was
surprised.
surprisingly good.
I mean, I was like, am I even gonna want to bite into this? Because like I said, I'm
You
very
before you even grabbed it, you're like, oh, we'll see if I like this, and you were.
I ate 2 of them.
We have that penchant to do that.
Yeah, this show has opened my eyes and other people's too.
Yeah. I'm glad we can.
I do agree, though. I wish it had a little spice to it. It would be nice.
That
A
would
little
have.
spice.
Dude, the spice too would have polished that to close to 100. I think Gary and I would have been over a 90 with the spice. Like, fuck. Well, now we're either going to press buttons or we're falling off a cliff here. The Schmieda hot. I don't know if it's a medium.
The helium.
The helium? The heatness?
I'm guessing with the cause
The way it looks like a hot, but
yeah,
a lot of times medium, that's got to be a hot.
that has to be.
It looks like
it's actually got a little bit more to
I
it.
know I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I'm dipping in the sauce.
See, I have so much love for that. Somebody else who loves the bottom of the barrel bullshit as much as
Yes,
me.
please.
Same. Yes.
No, we got
That's where
another
the
meaty
flip-
wing. I like that.
This is
Oh, it's hot. Oh my.
Oh, is it?
I can tell you it is. I love it.
Is there extra sauce at the bottom now that the wings are
Yes, so much.
There you go.
There we go. Perfect.
Yo. That is a real flavorful hot. It's not spicy.
Not spicy.
It's for sure the hot.
It's like a Nashville.
Because I've ordered the hot before. That's the hot, but
I don't really want the blue cheese. It's the problem. The confusion is real.
I'm not sure.
I like the amount of sauce on it. I think it's almost perfect.
Yeah, I want more heat. Flavor-wise, it's very good. There's one. There's one. No, it's you.
Okay.
I already had one.
You had
I had two
Okay.
flats.
Just want to make sure.
I already had a backup, shall I say?
So at least it's labeled as like a hot, not like suicide or extra.
Yes, agreed with that. That's usually our biggest issue. Is like, oh my god, it's a butt burning hot, and it's like, oh, it's kind of average. I'll start us off here. Crisp is going to be a 6. Like, they traveled, they sat, they weren't on a grill. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Meat, I'll go 8. Both of them were decent. They never got rubbery. I think that's the worst thing. Like, wings sit, they get rubbery, and neither of them got that. Amount of sauce, I will go 9.5. Like, that's what I want in a hot sauce. Leave it in there, let me roll it if I need to. I didn't really need to in one of the two. They were very well covered. Flavor's an 8. I wanted more heat, but the flavorful aspect of that wing was very good. And as much as I want a hotter hot. I would still go 9 on the flavor. Like I would buy that, or 9 on the price. I would buy that again. I'll come up with an 81. Caitlin?
Well, it's gonna be a second to clean up. So
Needs a moistness.
We're still working on. We're
Love
still
that word, moist.
moist.
oh, stop!
We have so many people who've been guests on here who love the word moist.
Stop.
Moistelettes.
Okay, so anyway,
She doesn't like moist either.
I'm not
What
touching
doesn't
that
she
one.
like?
Moist.
Moist.
okay, so anyway, besides
Moister than
the-
oyster?
Ew, I didn't like that either. Anyway, so flavor, I'm gonna give a 7. I was expecting a little bit more heat, but I liked it. Like I liked the flavor, but I was expecting more heat, or as you would say,
Burn?
butt burn heat.
No. That's
No,
what we.
what, sorry,
That,
what would you say?
that's what we would say. That's what we're saying. We're happy. Like they didn't call ass burning heat. Like they
I see
called
what
it
you're
just
saying.
a hot. Like
They're like Satan's
That's
nuts.
true. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like-
sorry, I thought.
we gotta open a wing place that's just called Satan's Nuts.
I do though.
Crispiness, I'm gonna give it 7. I forgot all the other ones. Meat, I'm giving it an 8.5.
Okay.
That was probably the meatiest. Both of them were really good.
Big meaty
Big meaty claws.
And then sauce, I'm gonna give it a 10. Like you said, I did dip, but I didn't have to.
Yes.
But I wanted
I mean,
to.
even these 2 drums that are currently in there, like you don't have to roll them.
You don't have to.
Price.
Price.
Going back to-
6.5.
Gonna be a 78 from you. Gary.
I actually really like this hot wing. I think if you're classifying it as a hot, it's on like the cusp of not being a hot, but it classifies. I would say it passes as a hot because a lot of places will be like, this is an extra hot, this is suicide, or this is death sauce. I would say this is a hot. For some people, it's too flavorful. For me, I want it more, but I think it's just enough to be called a hot. I'm going to go with a 8.5 on the crisp. I had both drums, and they were both crispy enough for me. Meat, I'm going to go with a 7.5. 2 drums again. They were probably the smallest I've had out of this batch, so not a big deal. Sauce, I'm going with a 9.5. I think the amount of sauce on there is almost perfect. Flavor, I'm going with an 8.5. I like the flavor. It passes for me. And then price, I'm going to go with an 8. I think it's not a bad price for 30 wings, and it's an 84.
And John finished us off.
This wing actually fell flat for me. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna go
But you had a drum.
totally different,
Sorry.
totally different odor. But I'm gonna do it top down. I'm gonna do it on purpose. Sauciness, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. There's a good amount of sauce on there. I liked how much sauce was on it for a hot wing. Meatiness, I'm gonna give it a 9. Had a nice big thick wing. I like that. Price, I'm gonna drop it. I think I'm gonna go 6.5 for that one. I don't know if I like that. And then from there, crispiness, I'm gonna drop it to a 6. My wing wasn't that crispy. Could have been because it sat for that long. Flavor, it really fell flat for me. It had a decent taste to it, but I wanted it to be spicy.
No zing.
It wasn't a hot wing. It was a great medium wing, but it wasn't a hot wing. So for that, I gotta give it a 5.5.
Gonna come in with a 73.
73.
I don't entirely disagree with that either.
So are we thinking that maybe we still have them switched?
No, I
think
think
so.
that's definitely the hot.
That's
It was
so weird, 'cause I
spicier
feel
than the
like-
other wing. It was just.
I think what masks the heat is there's a lot more flavor
Maybe.
with that.
Yeah.
Also, I've noticed when hot wings are colder, they don't get as spicy as they do when they're...
Oh,
I don't know why it's
that's
like
a really
that.
good point because we did have the medium
Science.
for.
I don't know
Something-
anything about science. You're a teacher?
I don't teach science
Oh,
actually. I
fuck.
only teach.
That
social
didn't help me
studies.
at all.
That's the only special area teacher, or I teach is social studies. The government. Ooh.
So she knows where Machu Picchu is. She can figure out where Pisser's on the map right now.
Ooh. I'm off the clock. Don't put me on the spot.
I don't want to find
She's
business.
gonna say Canada or something.
I don't think she's gonna do that.
I'm not that off the clock, but
Not upset by it. I do know, like I said, they had other flavors. We did. There is specialty wing joint,
Yeah.
and you can't do all specialty wings. But like,
Luckily, they don't have a shit ton of flavors where it's like they're lacking because there's too many flavors and they just are pumping out wings because everyone's ordering different ones. They're kind of niche where it's like 5 different flavors.
I know 3 of our coworkers that go fucking ape shit for that spicy Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking in for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be curious to try that.
It's pretty good. I got it on the boneless.
it's funny because now that I've expanded my sauces. I would expand it by one
I
sauce.
thought you said expanded my sausages. I was like, oh my. I'm sorry,
you
John.
know?
Surprise! No. No. I would probably try it now because I really liked the
Expanding the
second one.
sausages?
So-
No.
Okay, just making it clear.
Sauce.
Making it
All
clear.
right then. All right. Oh gosh.
Not the sausage. So if you like that, your next step is you need to go to Wingfest. Because there you can try everything. If you don't like it, you only have
Just
to
don't
try one of
expect
them.
a cooked
Yeah,
wing.
they're not gonna be crispy.
You're there for flavor.
It's all a flavor. It's a
I think the last time I went to Wingfest was when my cousin was playing. All the Innocent Bystanders were playing, which was years ago. Yes.
wait a fucking minute.
Sorry.
Who's your cousin?
Kevin Sampson.
Who knows Rick Mossy? Who is also in this. Wow! Full fucking circle. I met Kevin years ago.
I love Kevin. We don't hang out with him as much as we should.
Holy shit! Things I didn't think.
Their wedding. Oh, the Jackrabbit.
Shout out to the Jack Rabbit.
Wait,
he
does-
owns that.
I didn't know that.
He's Paul Dono.
Why do I know that part?
It's right down Delaware. It used to be
I know what you're
Live
talking
music on the weekends. They probably have something going tonight.
Wow.
Their wedding was a lot of fun because the first like hour there was like like not DJ but there was like a band, and then after that it was like open mic. So I was screaming at the top of my lungs all the Innocent Bystander songs that they were playing.
I
don't
definitely.
see it open mic at a wedding.
We had a DJ. We are not leaving it open.
You're hearing Judas 15 times.
They're on Spotify, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Fucking.
With the one night me, John, and
What's
my
their new
sister.
band?
I
Should probably shout them out too.
don't know it.
Because, you
I know
know, Innocent
Megan's
Bystanders haven't been a thing for
I
quite a
know
while.
that. I'm so bad. Now you're making me feel bad. Oh
We're
god.
gonna get copyrighted.
No, we're not. They're not gonna fucking come with us.
They're not a bad band.
it's
It's
like
fine.
this, it's
I say I could probably close the show out with Under Wraps by Innocent
Yes, you're
Bystander.
like less than 30
Wow,
seconds.
that popped me. Wow.
You can call
I
this.
just want points in Kyle's eyes.
You can call this episode Innocent Wing Standard.
No, we're just call it Under Wraps.
Under wings? Nope, that was stupid. Don't mind me.
Wow. Well, didn't think we were gonna have an Innocent Bystanders name drop on the show.
Probably tag him in it when it comes out.
I haven't talked to Rick in
You,
fucking
gotta
years.
do
But
it. You ready for the rainbow? The more you know.
what's even wilder, you guys know Franco. Franco and I grew up working at the zoo with Rick, who was good friends with Kevin, who was in the band with Kevin. Wow! Not something I expected on Spread Those Wings tonight.
I'm flat.
Yeah.
He's flabbergasted.
Yeah, blew my mind out. John or Caitlin, anything you want to say to end the show?
I'm happy to be back. I'm glad I was able to come back on the show. It's only took me like
3
2.5
years.
years to get back. Well, you know, whatever. I got here.
You are actually in the
Thank you,
top 25 viewed episodes ever.
You guys just love me. Huh? I'm sexy. What can I say?
Can't,
bite
I can't
ladies'
disagree
arms.
with that.
Caitlin, anything else you want to say?
Thank you for having me, and I was super excited for the opportunity and everything, and I appreciate you letting me come as an
Innocent
newbie-
bystander?
and as an innocent bystander to join this podcast or video for.
That's both. It counts as both. Well, thank you guys. Gary, anything you got?
We didn't change the name of the website. I know you were working on it.
Oh no, the website's still the same. We just kicked off a couple
TV
podcasts.
Time TV
Pro.
Pro.squarespace.com. That's where some of our podcasts are. Where new ones are coming out.
Also going to be on there.
Our boy Kyle,
I can't throw it.
Chicken Dippin'.
I'm in my own apartment. I'll get yelled at.
Chicken_dippin' on Instagram. Get your 15% off with code 716.
You almost said 7 wing 6 there, didn't you?
I am Wing, and I will pass it over to you.
You are not Wing, I am Wing. Guys, I think that's about it. Like he already said, hit up Kyle, chicken_dippin' on Instagram, or chickendippin.com. Shout out to our friend Jeanette at the Therapy Sessions Buffalo. Hit her up. Tell her that you know us. If you go on TikiTribeTVPro.squarespace.com, there's a direct link to book with her if you need your hair done. She's actually doing mine next week.
Does her sister still go?
Yeah, Miranda's taking care of aesthetics there. Eyebrows and all of the above.
Get you on fleek.
Yeah. But I think that's it. We'll keep it under wraps until next time.
AWS wing sauce, too.
AWS wing sauce, yes.
And our boy Nikki Two Scoops.
Nikki Two Scoops is back in action. You're right, and I just added him to our website.
Nice.
So you can go right to his Facebook page, profess your love, unless you're allergic to that death by peanut butter.
John's allergic.
No, John can have peanut butter.
Oh.
Peanuts. We can't have tree nuts.
Okay, well then yeah, you need to go get death by peanut butter. Even if you are allergic, you can have it because then it's definitely death by peanut butter.
It's so good.
But that'll do it, guys. Until next time, Gary! It's a lot of stuff on all episodes, and my daughter didn't cry. You keep on spreading those wings, or spread your legs.
Consensually.
Peace out, guys.
Cue the music.